This video will show you how to set up MailStore Cloud with Microsoft 365 as your directory service. Begin by logging in to the admin access. Note that the URL will end in /admin access. Your username should consist of a name and a domain. It is used to identify you as a customer within MailStore Cloud. Upon logging in, you'll be taken to the dashboard. Note that MailStore Cloud also offers a Microsoft 365/Entra ID setup wizard. Check your admin access for more information. To set up MailStore Cloud without the wizard, begin by navigating to the Directory Service tab. Select Create Directory Service. Enter a name in the required name text box. In the Type drop-down menu, select Microsoft Entra ID, then connect tenant. This will redirect you to the Microsoft 365 portal in a new tab. Log in to the account that's an admin in your tenant. You will then be prompted to grant admin consent to the MailStore Cloud app. Once the permissions are accepted, the directory tenant ID will be updated. Verify that you have selected the correct tenant. Select any other additional constraints you may need. Note that if you select the Create Archiving and Folder Synchronization Configuration checkbox, an archiving profile and folder synchronization configuration will be automatically created. For the sake of this video, we will leave it unchecked. Select Save. A directory service with Microsoft 365 is now created. Next, you will need to create a schedule to run the directory service synchronization. Select the clock icon. Choose the recurrence and any other schedule preferences for the schedule. Note that this will synchronize domains, mailboxes, users, and groups at your selected timeframe. Select Save. Now, you'll want to grant users access to their archive. To do this, you will need to add the reader role to a group. Navigate to Groups. If a group of users needing web access has not already been created, select Create Group. Enter an appropriate name in the text field, then select the Reader checkbox. Click Save, then select the person icon on the newly created group. Use the Add User dropdown, then Add to add users needing web access. Once all have been added, select Close to save the users. Next, an administrator role should be given to at least one of your synchronized users so they can gain access to the admin access. A new group with an admin role selected can be created, or you can add your new admin user to an existing admin group. Whichever your preference, select the person icon on a group with the admin role, then use the Add User drop-down menu and Add to add users to the group. Select Close to save. Now you will need to configure archiving and folder synchronization. Note that if you had the Create Archiving Folder Synchronization Configuration checkbox selected when setting up your directory service, certain steps will have already been completed. We will begin by creating a journaling endpoint. Journaling is used to push emails from the mailing system directly into the archive. Navigate to Journal Endpoints. Click Create Journal Endpoint and enter an appropriate name in the text box. Click the ellipses for Journal Mailbox. A new archive mailbox in MailStore Cloud should be created that is only used for journaling. If not done so already, click the plus icon to create a new archive mailbox. Select your journaling mailbox, then click Save. Upon saving, an SMTP address will populate. Select the copy icon to copy the address to your clipboard. Next, sign in to the Microsoft 365 portal as an Exchange Global or administrator for your Microsoft 365 tenant. First, you will need to check that you have an alternate journaling mailbox. Having an alternate journaling mailbox is necessary so that non-delivery reports have a place to go. To verify that one is in place, or to add a new one, navigate to Settings in the Purview portal. Under Solution Settings, click Data Lifecycle Management then Exchange Legacy. If no email has been added, you will have an opportunity to add an alternate journaling mailbox here for non-deliverable reports. Click Save. Next, to create the journal rule, navigate to the outer Data Lifecycle Management. Select the Exchange Legacy dropdown, click Journal Rules, then New Rule. Paste the SMTP address into the Send Journal Reports to text box. Once you choose your preferred journaling settings, give an appropriate journaling name in the Journal Rule Name text box. Click Next to review the configuration, then click Submit. Emails sent and received will now be redirected and archived automatically to MailStore Cloud. Next, you will create an archiving profile. Navigate to Archiving Profiles. Select Create Archiving Profile. Enter an appropriate name in the text field. In the Type drop-down menu, select Microsoft 365. For the mode, select Multiple Mailboxes. For the directory service, use the ellipses to select the directory service that was created with the Microsoft Entra ID. Click OK. The remaining fields will then populate with the tenant information. Click Save. Once the archiving profile is created, you will need to create a schedule to run the archiving profile. For the newly created profile, click the clock icon. Select the recurrence. For journaling, archiving must only be executed once. The once recurrence must always be timed at least 1 minute in the future for it to be executed. Select Save. The schedule should now be executed at your selected time frame. A schedule can also be created and edited in the Schedules section. Next, you will create a folder synchronization configuration. Navigate to Folder Synchronization Profiles. Select Create Folder Synchronization Profile. Enter an appropriate name in the text field. In the Type drop-down menu, select Microsoft 365. For the mode, select Multiple Boxes. For directory service, use the ellipses to select the directory service that was created with the Microsoft Entra ID. The tenant ID will populate. Select your remaining preferences, then click Save. The last step is to create a schedule to run the folder synchronization. Click the clock icon. Select the recurrence. The folder synchronization should be set periodically. Click Save. The schedule will now be executed at your selected time frame. A log for all scheduled executions can be found in the Process Log section. For more information on MailStore Cloud setup or detailed section information, visit our online help. Thanks for watching.